Some of the cheaper ones are like, you might as well just eat a box of sugar.
Yeah, so creatine, we use Muscle Farms creatine. It's a combination of a couple different creatines, and it's really clean, doesn't have any fillers in it, doesn't have any food dyes or any other garbage. So we like Muscle Farms creatine. It's just white, it's unsweetened, unflavored, so you don't get a horrible aftertaste. It's not that hard to take before bed.
I just mix it in my water. Shoot, I don't even taste the thing. It's like water.
Yeah, so that's really nice, because sometimes you'll take it in and you're like, this is gross, I don't want to take this. He's out of control for telling me to take this gross food. I don't like him anymore, I'm going to email him.
And you'll go.
Yeah, and I'll just send you a picture back, enjoy. I recommend the Muscle Farm. So you want to consume it with a little bit of water. Usually 8 to 16 ounces of water is good with your creatine. We're not football players, so we don't take the 5-gallon bucket of creatine and then kill ourselves a lot of the time. Next thing, I have a study up here that talks about acute creatine loading, enhancing human growth hormone secretion. So the key to that is strength gains are seen after creatine supplementation because it induces the production of growth hormone. That was a mouthful. Any questions? So that was the fun part. That was the athletic protocol.
Where do you get the creatine?
So we have it here, Muscle Farm creatine. You can pretty much get it anywhere. GNC has it, online, all that stuff. It's pretty easy to come across.
Finally,
Yeah,
something
this
we
is
can
wine.
really drink.
This is exciting. So paleo and weight loss. This is the final part that most of us are interested in because we all want to usually lose weight. So weight loss protocol, we'll talk about what the benefits are, how does it work, we already talked about what we eat, what we don't eat, and then we'll go into the benefits. You're going to increase your lean muscle mass, increase your energy, increase your metabolism, and your overall health. So where do you sign up? You already did. Welcome aboard. Yay. I think most of us have signed up. So the big thing is clean out your pantry. You can refer to the StoneAgeFuel Quick Start Guide for what you can and can't eat. If it's not on there, it's probably not okay. If it is, it's probably okay. If you clean the cookies and crackers and fun stuff out of your pantry and you can't have access to it, then magically you stick with it a lot easier. Because you don't wake up and you're like, oh, I'm hungry, I need food. And you wake up and you're like, oh, the cheeseburger wrapper. It's on my face again. So start with 30 days strict. Week 1 and 2 are probably the most challenging. As you start adapting, you're going to be hungry a lot your first couple weeks. If you can get over that, your lifestyle will change dramatically. You see huge results. It's amazing how well people do once they actually get over the plateau and the tough challenge of the first 2 weeks. You have to be committed. You can talk to each other. Everybody's in this challenge together. We have the StoneAgeFuel Facebook group. We'll add everybody too, so we can all talk and say, this is awesome, or I'm dying, and you can take that picture of you on the floor like this. So we'll take your starting measurements and photos when we're done with this. That'll be fun, because you can see your dramatic transformation. It's amazing. It's always something really cool to pay attention to. What do we eat? We talked about what we eat. This is all in your weight loss guide as well. Lean meats, grass-fed, grass-finished, free-range, and organic. So your wild-caught fish, breakfast, for lunch and dinner should be vegetables, vegetables, vegetables. For weight loss, you want a protein that's the size of your palm, and then you fill the rest of the plate up with vegetables. That's your meal. If you do that, you can't go wrong. Fruits, if you're going to do it, we don't recommend you do any fruits for your first 30 days, but if you do, it's a small handful in the palm of your hand. If you get anything inhibiting your weight loss, eliminate that fruit immediately. Drinks, water, tea, and coffee. Black coffee. What don't you eat? Sweet potatoes, rice, bacon. That's really sad.
No bacon.
We limit our bacon for the first 30 days because it's high caloric and it can cause a hindrance in our fat loss. Avocados and milk. We want to get rid of a lot of that, so a lot of your fatty things. We take in fats, but we don't want to get crazy with them. This diet is not a religion, even though sometimes it appears to be a religion. It's more of a diet that's adapted to you, to make you functionally better, and to make things work really well for you. So you don't want any nuts, no alcohol, no added sugar, and you want to get rid of your liquid calories. Those are things those are your vices here that are going to cause a lot of problems with your weight loss.
So, if you're doing a quick, you don't have time to sit down and eat breakfast, and you're doing a quick protein shake for breakfast in the morning. I mean,
So the problem with
egg
shakes,
whites and that.
yeah, so the problem with shakes in the morning is it's going to spike your insulin, and then you're going to be hungry like an hour later. That's going to cause a problem the rest of the day. But what we'll do is Sunday meal preps. So we'll prep everything for the whole week, and then we're set, so we don't have to worry about time. We just grab it out of the fridge, throw it in our bag, and we can eat it on the move. Yeah.
So what about like your protein that you carry here that like sustains you longer with the?
So we have the SFH-Fuel, which has a lot of MCTs, coconut fats, and low glycemic, and like cherry powder. So that can help sustain your hunger a little bit. What you want to do if you're taking that stuff in is consume it for a couple of days and see how you feel. If you find you're hungry 20 minutes later, you want to consume some food with it.
And adding coconut milk with that is fine.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
that's
for you, it's
usually
like-
what helps me at work the
Yeah.
most. It'll fill me up faster. I'll do like 8 ounces of coconut milk, and then I'll do a scoop of that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it'll last me longer than my snacks half the time.
Yeah, so if you're like Erica and you consume it and you're not hungry for like 3 or 4 hours and you're good to go,
Yeah.
then it's an okay choice.
You have that here, you said?
Yeah.
We do.
Other shakes though that I have had, I'm hungry instantly after.
Yeah. So we get that stuff because of the coconut fats in it and the cherry powder, so it keeps you full a little longer. So it's why we'll only stock SFH. We won't bring, I know there's a big popular brand like in CrossFit gyms, it's Progenics and a lot of that stuff. We don't like it a lot. We don't think it has a lot of good stuff. It has a lot of fructose in it. So the only thing we'll ever stock is SFH, unless another company magically comes out with an awesome product. Yeah.
Mom wants to know about our green drinks.
I would avoid green drinks. It's just a liquid calorie. You're eliminating a lot of the good stuff out of the vegetable when you juice it. So eat real food.
NutriBullet, and she puts her vegetables and her fruits in it.
Yeah, so I wouldn't consume that. It's going to cause a problem with weight loss probably. So last thing is, a lot of people nowadays, it's not as big of an issue. When we started talking, usually it was like, oh, I can't have carbs, I'm gonna die. I'm done. I'm out. I'm checking out. I'm gonna fall asleep for 30 days and hibernate. So vegetables are your new best friend. Welcome to the vegetable club. You guys are all veggie heads, veg heads. I have to get a t-shirt that says that. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna consume your vegetables, eat them throughout the day. We used to steam like hundreds of vegetables in bags, throw them in the fridge, and then just take the bags out and take them with us whenever we were going. It made it easy, it made it convenient, and we were capable of being able to actually have time because we cooked everything on Sundays. In order to achieve weight loss, we want our bodies to go into a little bit of ketosis. So if you do less than 50 grams of carbohydrates a day, you're going to see really, really, really rapid weight loss. But you don't want to do that for longer than about 2 weeks. Beyond that, you want to stay in about 50 to 100 grams of carbohydrates. That's going to keep you in a good maintenance category. You're still going to get leaner and see good muscle mass increase. So your 50 to 100 is your safe zone. Less than 50 is your, after 2 weeks, it's kind of a zone we don't want to be in that long. Because we're going to get stimulated by little things like cortisol. And then transitioning, remember it's going to be hard. But once you transition, you're going to be happy and healthier than ever before. The last thing we like to talk about is your mouth. You got to know the difference between a mouth and a vacuum cleaner, as Rob Wolf always says. So it's easy just to destroy stuff. You got to pay attention to what you're eating on the weight loss protocol. So only eating clean, it's about portion control. It's really, really important. So you want to eat to about 80% satiety. People who eat to 80% satiety tend to live longer. They did a study with rats who, when they only fed them to about 80% full, they lived about 5 to 10 years longer or something like that. And they've been as high as 20. So take your time eating. Don't just swallow it and be like, I'm done, I need more. Your brain takes a little bit of time to catch up and realize that you're full. Avoid second helpings. Stick with the first plate. Eat when you're hungry. Don't eat when you're not. Don't force yourself. Limit fruit consumption unless you do the handful of berries, but if you have problems with weight loss, get rid of the berries. Protein shakes can be used as meal replacements only if you can't cook your meal. So if you're in a bind and you're like, I'm not going to eat, get something in you. Like Eric was talking about the SFH we have. That can be a decent alternative as long as you don't hit a sticking point. And then finally, monitor your calories, but don't fixate on them. Don't keep like right here, like, oh, calories, calories, calories. Just pay attention to what you've eaten and what you're consuming. Just be conscious of it, but don't be crazy. the next steps. So once you make it past the 30 days or the 21 days, and we hope you all do, because we'll be here to guide you. We'll be your guiding light. Think of us as like a lighthouse. Email us, and I'll send you that picture all the time. It'll be fun. So Steph, it says I didn't make it 30 days. Well, I did, but Steph had a pretty amazing change. She went from about, what were you? She usually gives this speech. I don't know why. She's like, you're talking today.
155.
She went from 155 down to about, what were you, 115, 120? So she lost a lot of weight on this protocol. And if you've seen our post from this, you can see it's her that's in the picture. And she's little and tiny now. So after she made it 30 days, she started kicking some stuff into the athletic protocol back because she was at her weight she wanted to be at, and she wanted to start seeing strength gains and getting stronger. So now she's more on an athletic protocol style diet rather than when she was losing weight. So once you make it past 30, you either stay on the weight loss if you're not where you want to be, or you switch over to a little bit of athletic protocol if you're kind of at the point you're ready to go. You need to have a little bit more fun on athletic protocol because you get to eat bacon. Once you switch and make it past 21 or 30 days, you're going to follow the 80-20 protocol. 80% of the time you eat pretty clean, 20% of the time you have a little fun. So it's not a religion. That 20% can be anything. I don't recommend like eating the entire day as a cheat day because then you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm dying. For like 2 weeks you have to recover from that. So for my cheats, for the 20%, it'll be like I'll have some ice cream or something delicious, maybe some pizza. I try to make it gluten-free because gluten starts to mess you up a little bit once you eliminate it. And then keep going. Increase your portion sizes or stick to the weight loss protocol foods. At the 21 or 30 day mark, we'll still be here to help you guys out, but you're going to be pretty good at knowing how your body feels and what you want because we'll be guiding you along the way. And then finally, this is little Steph in gymnastics. This is Steph's transformation. And 3, 2, 1, switch.
Oh,
You can kind of see.
Oh, there.
Oh, there it is. That's Steph, and that's Steph, little Steph. That's big Steph.
Okay, that's really on tape.
Yeah. The next ones are even better.
Okay.
This is my favorite. And switch.
nope.
So the next one's really cool to see.
Red light, green light.
This is pretty much the end. There it is. So there's big Steph, medium Steph, smaller Steph, and tiny Steph. So this is her transition from her kind of first 30 days into her athletic protocol. So the results are real. They're there. We've been there. I did paleo strict, and I have a really fast metabolism. So I lost like 20 pounds on accident in like 2010 when I first did it. So it works for everyone. It works really well. Just let us help you, and we'll get you to where you want to be. There's more pictures too. And at this point, we'll start taking everyone's measurements. We'll get everyone prepared. We'll take pictures. Your pictures will never be released outside of what we have. They're just for you. They're private. The only way we'd use them is if you gave us permission to use you as a success story, which is cool to glorify how awesome you are. This is Steph too.
That's a good back picture.
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
So you guys, you can all pick up a card from the front desk with our emails. We'll give you all your books. And welcome to the challenge. It's going to be exciting. Here's our social media. You should follow us because we post pictures glorifying people. Yeah. Oh, question.
I'm sorry, did you talk about eggs?
Yeah, so eggs are okay. And I talked about cholesterol being an issue with a lot of people. So eggs are fine.
What about,
We want to avoid that. I know, that's all we do. How'd you like it?
I like it.
So we'll take everybody's measurements now?
Well, can I have my measurements then on the next one?
Yeah, definitely. Just come in and let us know.
But I have
But I am not ready to start training.
Yeah.
That Monday.